Our Storied Insight recognizes that our podcast is in part recorded, written, and edited on the unceded ancestral territory of the Tsleil-Waututh, Squamish, and Musqueam First Nations. My name is Milo. I play Rain. I am Métis. My family comes from Red River, and I am grateful to be in the territory of the Coast Salish peoples who have been generously sharing their culture and wisdom with me since I was a little kid when I lived on the territory of the Stolo First Nation. Thank you. Join us more in learning through resources made available in this episode's description.
A storied insight. A brave space where one brings their true character to life. Shall we turn the page and begin the next chapter? Chapter 6: Night Terrors.
The burden of guilt is like no other. It first smolders in the chest like an ember, searing its course way down deep through the gut to rest in the stomach like a stone. There is no outrunning the sensation, but it is natural to try, even if only to temporarily mask the pain with the lesser discomforts of breathless exertion and the ache of muscles pushed too far. Lyriel's feet pounded the path like blood pulses through the body, driving them down pathways and diversions of the orchard forest till at last they reached its heart. Moonlight bathed the clearing ahead, glinting off the waters of a gently flowing stream. Its mossy banks, a temptation to collapse and cool the fires of both body and mind with its dew-soaked softness.
How can I go back now? I hurt everyone. George was right. Rain was just trying to help me. And Rain! Rain! Please! Please be okay. Oh, what if I killed you? You're just looking out for me and I need to run or hide and... Well, I can't go back to the inn. I don't know anyone in the city and... There's nowhere for me to go! Haven! Haven! Where are you? I thought you said you'd help! I'm so lost. Where do I go? And were you just lying to me? Lying to give me hope. What if it's just a dream? This is tricking myself and... I hate this!
Reality. Dreams. It's all one and the same.
What?
Sorry. I realize it is rude to reply when you're speaking to someone else, but I just so happened to overhear. And it seems to me you may be blaming yourself for something that is not your fault.
You... part of this dream?
Not particularly, though it is a nice stream, now that you mention it.
It was all my fault. I hurt my friends, and I think I might have gotten one of them killed.
I can tell you with some certainty, no one has died in this overgrown orchard tonight. I cannot promise, however, that they have not been hurt.
I did hurt them! They're my friends, and I hurt them!
My experience with people is that you often cannot help but hurt them. It sounds like they also may have hurt you. Do you hate them for it?
No. Maybe Sir George a little.
People are complicated, and they do not wear their hearts where you can see. Hurting someone accidentally is something that happens, but it is not what ultimately matters. It takes bravery to face the people you have hurt and set things right. People have to work to heal, to strive to build safer places around and within themselves. Most people just want to be shown you care, and it seems to me you care about them very, very much.
But you don't understand. Sir George was saying that I might end the world if I don't start controlling my powers, and then if I don't, what's gonna happen? The whole world's gonna just die, and what if that happens, and then I'm just... Why are you laughing?
The world is not so fragile that it can be ended by accident. It would take an act of volition to kill it. Do you wish to end the world?
No, of course I don't.
Then you have nothing to fear. If the world ends, it will not be your fault.
That's not right either. The world would still be ending.
Yes, but by then you will likely be trying to stop it, and your worry about it being your fault will seem silly. Everything changes, and even the most important things end. But it's more about how we face that end. What do you think?
I guess. Yeah. I suppose you're right. Hey, I'm Lyriel, by the way.
Miriam, I am Mishabou. It is so very nice to meet you, Lyriel.
I'd be glad to meet you too. Oh, what's that? Oh, are they gonna come after us? Mishabou, are you okay? Are you hurt? What's going on?
I am in pain. My leg is broken, but it is all right. This clearing we are in is safe while I am here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You are very sweet, little cousin. What you are doing right now is best. You might not be able to take away my pain, but I would very much enjoy some company to keep my mind off it for a time.
Okay, I think I can do that. I feel sort of empty inside. Not in a bad way, just not so afraid anymore.
Then let us talk about something more light-hearted while we wait for your friends.
Wait. Cousin?
Yes.
Oh. Thank you?
You're welcome.
Regardless of which side the increasingly blurry boundary each of the company of friends has fallen, there is a common element of danger. While one of the two groups successfully evaded their phantasmal pursuers, at least for the moment, the others find themselves perilously exposed. Algernon, Vishakapar, hungry, insatiable eyes are locked upon each and every one of you. For a lingering, frightful moment, your bodies tense. The howls pouring from these tall, white, twisted humanoids wail for rain. Their speech itself tears at your psyche, clawing for every recollection of your dear friend. Every memory morsel consumed, more flicker around your periphery, threatening to take you whole.
So, what we're going to do now is a skill challenge. So, a skill challenge is anything that requires resourcefulness or creativity. In this skill challenge, we're going to track the number of successes or failures. For some skill challenges, they'll end kind of automatically if you have a certain number of successes or failures, but we'll have to wait until the end to see what happens. There is a DC that you have to meet or beat, and it may or may not be disclosed.
Okay.
So, much like combat, we will all roll initiative order. At the beginning of each round, new complications may be introduced to spice things up. When it's your turn, you choose a skill that has not been used since your last turn and roll with it. For example, if you use survival last round and your fellow companions use arcana, performance, and athletics, you'll have to choose another skill like animal handling for the challenge. Please, flavor and narrate all your skills to your heart's content. If you're using magics, think beyond the arcana skill. You can cast magic as performance or some survival ritual. Same things go for your attack. You're using it to, you're using insight to strike at a weakness, or is it an act of pure intimidation? And one last thing, if you use your resources like spell slots or abilities, you will gain some sort of benefit during your challenge. Alright, will everyone please roll me initiative?
17.
18.
16.
Alright, at the top of the round, we will have Vishakapar.
So, what exactly am I seeing?
You are seeing these extremely tall white humanoids like flicker into existence. Just so we're clear, the goal is to make it out of this maze and to make sure that these things don't catch you.
Right. Okay, then my skill is going to be deception. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and create bonfires and other distractions as we're running to pull them off of us.
Give me that deception roll.
Alright, that'd be a +5. Oh, 2 + 5 is 7, unfortunately. I am not a good liar.
Unfortunately, that is a failure. Next up is Algernon.
I'm going to use intimidation. Algernon is properly freaked out. With Visha casting all these fires around, I will hold my shield up, draw my sword, and yell, "Let us pass! We mean you no harm, but we're not afraid to fight if we must."
Alright, show me that roll.
17.
There you go.
That is a success. It seems like they are mildly intimidated. Can I ask you something? Did you carve an eye in your shield?
Ooh. How long has it been since we bought it at the shop?
It's been like a day at least, maybe a day and a half.
I would have asked Quicksilver, since you seem to be able to like move, like shift your outfit. If you have any metalworking skill, if you are able to do that.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
I want you then, Quicksilver. How about you say what this moment looks like? What does it look like from your perspective?
Okay. The carving of the shield, you mean?
The moment of carving of the shield, and then the moment of seeing this intimidation against these grotesque beings.
Okay. Okay, so I see Algernon kind of step to the front, and I'm still really nervous, so I'm really grateful that someone's kind of broken the wave. And then I see these white beings kind of stumble, like they just got hit but by an invisible force. And then when they're distracted, Algernon turns around and needs a little bit of help. And because I just felt like they did so much for us, then I go and I pour my mercurial silver metal into the shield, and it forms this kind of like silver river of an eye right in the center. It's not very large, actually. It's very small, but you can see exactly what it is. And it's kind of blinding.
Nice. What skill did you use to do that?
Maybe my sleight of hand? Can I do that?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it's just kind of doing it so quickly.
Yeah. It's just like kind of getting the chaos in my hands. They're just moving very like a little cloud.
Nice. All right. Roll that with advantage, just because I like that narration.
bonus. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, 17 and a 2, so 17. Oh, plus 3, so 20.
Nice.
Very nice. That is a success. Awesome. They something about this mixture of like chaotic and divine energy is really sending them for a loop. But they only stumbled for a minute. At the top of the round, who wants to roll me a complication? Just somebody roll me a d6. Let's see what
It's my fault. Yeah. 4.
4. Panic fills the air like a thick fog. With every breath, you feel desperation rise as all the various creatures, mice, squirrels, owls, they flee from the scene. All of you are gonna roll with a d6 of desperation this round.
Because I started a fire, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Too many bonfires. Yep.
So desperation is something of my invention, but it's very simple. Inspiration, you normally add the roll. With this, you're simply just gonna subtract whatever you roll with a d6.
Right.
Just that simple. Vishakapar, you're up.
Okay.
To recap, you've already used deception, someone's used intimidation, and someone used sleight of hand. You're gonna have to choose something
Right.
that's not one of those for this
Okay,
round.
so now it's just about running out of the fire. So I'm going to try and like forge the clearest path with my athletics.
All right. Roll me that athletics with a d6 of desperation.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 3 is 15 minus 5. That's a total of 10.
Ah, sadly, that is a failure.
When you don't want to roll a 5 on a d6. Dang.
I know. So instead of blowing the flames like out of the way, you seem to be
Fanning the flames.
Yes, you're literally fanning the flames.
Yeah, there's really nothing I can do to, like, normally I would just invoke wind to blow them away. My abilities would normally just, extinguish it, but there's too much. So everything I do is just adding to the heat. And the more panicked I get, the more I add.
Algernon, or what is this moment from your perspective?
Honestly, it looks badass because I'm still in like power pose intimidation, and then the flames just rise higher. So I don't actually realize we're in danger, that things are getting worse. I'm just like, ah!
It's like the Elmo meme where he's like,
Yes.
Oh
Oh my gosh, yes.
If you can incorporate these flames with whatever skill you're about to roll, like enhancing your abilities, then I'll let you roll it with advantage.
Okay. I will use insight to notice, like, the flames are coming closer to me, and I'm going to sheath my sword real fast, grab a javelin, and light it on fire, and then throw it at the nearest creature.
Awesome. Roll that thing with advantage.
That's intimidating as hell.
So, Algernon, what did you roll?
At advantage, I had an 18 and a 17, so that's 18 minus 3. That's 15.
It hits them squarely right in their chest. And they just look at it for a brief moment. And then pop out of existence.
Yes!
Quicksilver, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use acrobatics, and I feel the need to just go climb up a tree and then kind of ricochet off of the different white beings, because they are just very disoriented already. That one of them disappeared. And so while they're kind of looking around, that's when I'm going to use my acrobats and just bounce off of them and kind of cause this like swirl of chaos around them.
I like it. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
And by the way, since I triggered the chaos table, you got your chaos ability back.
Ooh. -2. Oh, 18.
Very nice. That is a success. So at the top of the round, we're going to have 4 successes and 2 failures. You guys seem to be doing okay. Algernon, I need you to roll me a d6 to see what complications you get.
I got a 6.
All right. Despite the fear and the horror, your mind, your soul, and your body align. You are resolute in your mission. All of you get to roll with a d6 inspiration this time.
Okay, excellent.
Vishakapar.
I saw Quicksilver run up into that tree and run across the branches. So what I'm trying to do then is to pull fire out of their path, just to get, if I can't get rid of all of it, I want to clear a path for them. So I'm going to roll perception, like I'm looking for the exact places I need to do this. It's very calculating to make sure I form a tunnel.
Very nice. Go ahead and roll that with advantage and a d6 inspiration.
All right, so the first one's a 13, second one is a 3, so that would be 13 plus a 5, 18 total.
Yeah!
That is a success. Very nice. What does this success look like?
So normally Vish's attacks are very he's like yelling and his hands are out and his whole body seems to be shaking from the effort. He breaks out in sweat. It's a very physical thing. This time it's just his hands open and his fingers are moving, almost like a loom where they're all moving individually. And he's literally just weaving strands around Quicksilver to keep the fire off of them.
It is now Algernon's turn.
Okay, just so that I know that I'm picturing things correctly. These creatures, one of them has poofed out of existence. There's still a bunch kind of like encircling us.
Yes, they are coming from all directions, but there seems to be a clear path forward.
I will use survival to try to use my cloak to blow on the fire in such a way that the smoke billows up and just adds to this, like, it's hard to see, it's hard to really know what's going on, hopefully intimidating them and causing confusion.
All right. Give me that survival roll with d6 inspiration.
So 19.
Very nice. That is a success. Tell me more. What does this look like?
I fling off my cloak, which I had turned into a rain jacket until I realized it wasn't real rain. And I'm flapping it at the fire and trying to blow smoke just into the eyes of any of these creatures around and make them be in pain.
I'm seeing a jump cut to back when we were at the store, and the shopkeep is like, "This cloak is so useful. Can use as like rain protection if you have to fan fire." Like going through all these things you've actually used the cloak for. Like he was right.
Yes.
Very nice. It is now Quicksilver's turn.
No one's used persuasion yet, right? Okay.
No one's used persuasion.
All right. So I, because of my anthropology skills, I know that there's a certain way to lure the white creatures into the opposite place of where we want to go, in the opposite direction of the path. And so I use that to persuade them to go where the opposite, like they cross over, which would give me enough time to shimmy down from the tree and enough time for us to kind of head closer towards that path of escape.
These multitudes of voices just seem to be shouting rain, 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 and throwing images in your mind of a friend. It is the very rain we've been traveling with for the last day or so.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to send them the opposite way towards rain then.
We don't know where rain is.
That is very true. You do not know where rain is.
That's true.
You do know that rain likes the hidey places. You know, stay far away from clearings, but because you've been bouncing on top of them, you've gotten a good view of the top layer of this forest, and you notice an open glen. You for sure know rain wouldn't be caught dead there.
Okay. So I send them in the opposite direction of the glen and use persuasion to get Vishakapar and Algernon with me in the same motion. Can I do that?
Absolutely. Roll that and roll it with a d6 of inspiration.
24.
Crushed it. Obliterated it.
That is an overwhelming success. The ones that you haven't been skipping on like a rock across a lake seem to be shifting towards there and walking, shouting rain, rain, rain. At the top of the round, Quicksilver, roll me a d6. Let's see what complications ensue.
1.
It seems like some of those creatures have made it to the glen. They howl, and there are unearthly echoes and echo and echo and echo throughout this forest, making it extremely hard to concentrate. For this round, skills that use dex or int are rolled with disadvantage. At the top of the round, it will be Vishakapar.
Has Quicksilver explained to the rest of us? Or can we all hear the words rain repeated?
You can all hear the words rain repeated.
Okay. So when Quicksilver directs our attention towards this glade, Vishakapar would pick up on that and would nod, focus his fire there, and use performance to form it into a version of a rabbit. Basically trying to make a large representation of their friend out of fire in the middle of the glade.
Alright, because I thought that was really clever, roll it with advantage.
First one's a 4. Oh, second one's a 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12. And then do I roll something else? No, because it's not a intelligence skill. It's just as it is.
No. Okay, all right. Here we go. I'm gonna say this is the last round, and I'm not gonna tell you if that's success or failure. But Algernon, you can see what's going on, what they're trying to do. What are you doing?
Okay, so Algernon has not understood the double entendre. He thought just it's raining. They're talking about drip drop rain. That's the only thing. He's very confused that Visha has made a rain-shaped flame. And
Nisha didn't understand this at all.
No.
He's clearly...
And I'm going to use animal handling to call out to Rain the Flame Bunny. Is this real? What is going on? Rain, what are you doing? So I also believe Rain is there. Hopefully the creatures will also believe that is Rain.
All right.
In Vish's viewpoint, you're like calling out to his puppet, so it's weird. It's like I started playing with the puppet and now you're talking to it like it's real.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, roll me that animal handling.
13.
Okay. All right, Quicksilver, how are you enhancing this moment?
Have we used deception yet?
It is long ago, so you are able to use it again.
It was my very first instinct.
Oh, because I'm like looking, I'm like, what's left? Okay, so I can use deception, and I want to go get a giant leaf and start fanning this fire bunny in order to make it kind of look like it's moving and coming to life. And very, very vibrant and realistic. The flame, like the colors with the more air that it gets, like the more I fan it, the more lifelike it looks.
I love this. Stop with these good ideas. All right. Go ahead and roll it. And I'm not going to give you advantage, but I'm going to give you a d6 of inspiration. How about that?
Okay, so I got 13 and then 2, so only 15. Everything feels so low after you get a 24.
I will let you guys know, this has been a massive success. If you as a group want to narrate a bit how this all kind of ends, be my guest. If we gotta go in order, start with Quicksilver.
I'm imagining like the white beings kind of like immediately snap to attention and go towards the fire bunny, and then they just like march and get like so close to the fire, and I'm imagining them all just reaching into it
Like moths. They're just drawn towards it.
Can I ask, in the first episode, when I ran past all of the characters and I saw things, I saw something over Rain that was a white creature. Do these look similar to that?
Ooh.
I promise that I will still play dumb about many things.
Yes. This is very, very familiar. It does harken back to that moment when you saw Rain under the altar in that shimmering form. They're so kind of similar, but very, very different. This one seems to be running off this endless hunger.
A light bulb goes off over Algernon's head, and he said, "Oh my stars, Rain! We gotta get out of here! Come on! Quicksilver, jump down! I'll catch you!"
Converse to the frenzied struggle in a world unseen. Rain and the still blinded and gold-flecked Quicksilver struggle to stay still. Their blood coursing and pounding in their ears as they lay frozen with fear in the sheltering roots of a decadent tree. Just beyond, in a clearing, their friends lay, glowing softly with an otherworldly light. The tracks of Lyriel fade off into the darkness as pale, twisted figures stalk the overgrown orchard.
This is scary. I feel very grateful for Rain. I'm just like tucked in. I don't really even know where I'm hiding, but I just feel safe right now. But then also the tension is really palpable to me.
Yeah, Rain is like completely quiet. Now I'm doing the 1,000-yard stare. Like I want to go and look for Lyriel, but I do not want to come out of this hiding hole right now.
Let's have Quicksilver make a wisdom save.
Okay. 19 plus 2, 21.
Ooh, very nice. And it's a good thing you rolled that, because you are getting this like almost anti-magic sense. Like this starvation feeling coming from that direction. And it is coming back. And there's another one of these sensations coming up from the earth, almost dangerously close to you.
That's scary. Okay.
You only have a few seconds.
Oh, I feel like I use my weight and I like put Rain inside me and I like roll down some of the vines or where the roots that we've hidden in, and there's like a little bit of lightness because Rain's inside me that's like so cozy, and I'm just rolling away, and a little bit of the heaviness got lost, just enough to dodge this magic kind of creeping up.
It's a good thing you did, because it is an enormous white creature coming up from the ground. Luckily, not looking in your direction, looking straight up. Before it disappears into the canopy.
That's terrifying.
Rain's little heart is just like...
Are you guys gonna keep following the tracks?
I feel like Rain is going to be still for a long time.
Yeah. And I feel like Quicksilver now feels a little bit of like, because I can sense Rain's fear, and it's more like localized to them, that I feel this need to like carry on a little bit more for both of us and to get out of the roots and to now drag Rain with me, even though I'm still blinded and heavy. And so I'm gonna like wait until Rain is ready, but then I'm gonna be the one dragging their little paw hands.
Okay, let's go. One step at a time.
And now we're both moving very slowly but very earnestly, like a slow motion march.
As you guys get further, the tracks are still visible. That magic trail has come back a bit, but the air smells almost like rust. It's this mixing of iron and the humidity in the air.
Like blood?
Uh-oh. I don't like this. All my senses feel so sharp right now that I almost feel nauseous by that because I can't see still. And I stop in my tracks.
I stop at exactly the same time and like look up.
Ariel.
Like a whisper scream.
Yeah, like we gotta go, basically. I'm gonna draw my bow.
Are you gonna keep whispering Lyriel? Like,
Well, it was like to get Quicksilver's attention, to be like, it could be Lyriel's blood, like, was kind of what I was going for.
oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were calling for Lyriel. Okay.
No, because I can tell that, well, maybe I can tell that Quicksilver's like also going like, this is a bad news smell. And then, yeah, I'm gonna proceed forward, like, again, really slowly, like, bow drawn, like, everything. We're so quiet, you can, like, hear the string, like, crackle a little, like, is with the tension, like.
It is. It's almost an eerie calmness. You do not hear these gasps in the distance. You do not feel this hunger. The only thing you can hear is this stream.
Can we still see the footsteps?
Yeah, they seem to be headed towards this stream.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will actually stay right beside Quicksilver, because you can't see, and be like constantly going like forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, like trying to canvas as we head towards the stream.
Yeah, are we walking towards the stream now? And does the blood smell get worse or like stronger when we head close to the stream?
It eases up.
Okay, so I'm feeling like the lack of smell helps me move a little bit with more ease. And I'm like so grateful to have left a little bit of that smell. And so I help move us a little bit more quickly along.
Now there's plenty of places to kind of hide towards the stream. Do you just go up there without being hidden, or would you like to hide?
I'm definitely going to be tugging like,
Let's keep low.
like especially because you're so much taller than me, I'm like trying to tug your arm down so that you like squat.
And I get like dragged down slowly. But I don't feel as much fear right now, so I'm not like kind of sinking as low as Rain is and like not totally hiding.
I see that this, like, I'm not going to be able to make you hide. I'm just like,
Like, all right. Maybe you stay here. I'm gonna scout ahead. You know, I wanna see. I wanna make sure it's gonna be okay. But I just feel much better if you just sat down in this bush. Can you do that for me?
Yes. So I sit without saying anything, and I just kind of go like one leg, two leg, just going down to the ground and waiting, and just total silence, but kind of in submission.
do you have a weapon? Like, do you carry a weapon with you?
I have my my like armor, but I don't think I carry. I have my mirror as well. Oh, but what's my spell shard thing? I actually forget what that was.
That's more like a think of it like an encyclopedia.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so no weapon.
Okay, I'm going to hand you my short sword.
Oh.
I'm going to, like, put it in your hand and be like,
You point it away from you. If you hear anything that's not me, just stab.
And then I feel like I like don't know which way is away, so I accidentally point it close and then
No.
like but then I balance it out.
and like, I make you practice a couple times, like,
Stab. Put your weight into it.
And I go, and it's heavy, so I move very slowly, but then I get the hang of it, and I'm sitting there kind of with like a lightsaber ready to go.
stab in the air. So then I'm gonna like sprint down the steps at this point, like as fast as I can to try and find Lyriel. Like without hiding, just sprinting along the steps.
Sprinting. Okay, all right. as Rain sprints away, Quicksilver, tell us more of what's going on with you now that you were completely alone and you have gotten more golden.
Yeah, okay. So I feel like there is a like very historical, like heavy metal feeling to me. Like I taste it and I like can just like really recognize this heaviness. And I think gold is like a feeling that I now recognize and know is like not bad, but just very familiar. Like it just feels like this like kind of blanket that I've worn a lot and had managed to like make it very long without being this color. And so there's this sense of defeat all about me. And I think without Rain here to distract me or pull me along, it just gets heavier and heavier. Yeah, and there's like shimmers in my mind of silver, but gold kind of mutes them out. And it's like that's just like a monochrome, and it's not flexible and shimmery and light like the silver used to be.
Rain, it's a good thing you sprinted, because you do find Lyriel. They're on a rock in this crystal clear stream in this vast overgrown orchard. But there's something that they're face to face with. It's an impossible being, something taller than the physics of the space will even allow. They kneel over in this distortion. Their body is made of flowing water. The flowing seems to have no effect on the visible flame of this fire in their chest. It's what you can only assume to be this burning heart. Their hair is the leaves of the canopy cascading down. It's carrying all the colors of the various seasons. Their voice is sweet like a whispering breeze, but it is cut by the wincing as they grab their thigh. From afar and through their translucent water skin, there seems to be something that looks like ivory pampas grass.
Yeah, Rain is just gonna keep sprinting. I can't transform, right? I'm stuck.
You're kind of stuck.
I'm gonna be trying for sure. I'm gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna sprint to like. So how big of a stream is it? Like a little tiny stream, or is it like?
It's a big stream.
Okay.
It's a big stream.
So my goal, and I'm gonna assume this is gonna be like an acrobatics thing, is to try and like tackle Lyriel into the stream, like into the current, so that we can like make a like current escape, maybe under the monster or away from the monster, depending which way the stream is going.
Yes, you can absolutely do that, but first I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
So that's a 13.
You just barely make it. Something about this would normally exceedingly frighten you because it is something very, very familiar. But it's something perhaps you might not know the name to. You absolutely tackle Lyriel into the stream.
Splash.
And something about this sudden shock has this entity dissipate, and the impossible physics evaporate.
I just splash it away.
I think you caught it off guard. It wasn't expecting something else to be there. Ah! Green.
Okay, so now it's gone, but we're just splashing.
Yeah, you're splashing a bit. Oh.
We gotta go, Lyriel. I understand. Look, kid, I understand that was rough, but right now we gotta go. We gotta go back to Quicksilver. We gotta go away from here.
I don't want you there.
Sure do. Definitely more than we want you here right now. So please, let's go. I'll buy you candy. I'll pay your rent. Whatever it takes, let's go.
Oh, okay. Wait, Rain. Why do you look so different? Are you okay?
That remains to be seen, but close enough for now. Some kind of magic problem.
Oh no. Did I?
Not your magic problem, my magic problem. Everybody's got magic problems. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Wait, just... Lyriel extends their hand.
I definitely put my man hands behind my back. Like, nope.
Let's just self-conscious, okay? Let's go.
Okay. Bye, cousin. It was nice to meet you, Mishabou.
Cousin? Stop.
Huh?
Did you just say that's your cousin?
Yeah, they said they were my cousin.
No, they are not your cousin. If they're... No. See, somebody comes and they tells you that they're your cousin. You don't just believe them, kid.
It felt like it.
Felt like it. This is above my pay grade. I think we need help. Where's Algernon when you need him?
I'm gonna reveal again my hands to like grab Lyriel's hands and try and start like hauling him back towards Quicksilver.
Lyriel definitely willingly runs with you, but there's something emanating from inside of them. It seems to heal that fracture in your leg, and you were able to completely transform again.
My man hands turned to paws. So now I am a rabbit, so I like hit the ground running much faster, kind of constantly checking to make sure that Lyriel is like keeping up.
Yeah. So down.
I'm probably like sprint, stop, sprint, stop until all the way back. Just like come on, like thumping the foot.
And then I hear the thumping kind of coming closer and closer. I'm just sitting there, and the sound starting like to get closer to me.
Okay, can we stop for a minute?
Almost there, kid. Almost there. Quicksilver.
Okay.
Quicksilver.
I'm like waving.
In the midst, like I feel like the like breeze of them kind of coming, and I feel like there's like a little bit of like the gold that starts kind of like fading away once they get closer.
Silver! Wait.
There you are. Okay.
What's wrong with Silver?
Yeah, I guess I should have asked. Do we identify differently now?
And then I actually like don't answer because I don't want to give it away, but I like a little bit of it darkens more into gold, but then flashes away closer to silver in the presence of Lyriel.
Well, you know what they say, nothing gold can stay. No big deal. We should get safe.
I think Lyriel does hear your words, but can't help but go and hug their first friend, Quicksilver. And in that, the blindness fades, and a little bit of something in you is healed. But that erosion, it stays permanent.
Yeah, like I have like a little bit more of my silver back, but there's like a kind of a core of gold that stays inside me. But on the outside, I feel like I look like myself again. But there's like a little bit more of a heaviness inside me.
Silver, it's so nice to see you. Oh, I'm so sorry I hurt you.
Oh, you didn't hurt me. It's okay. This has been going on long before I met you. And I give him a little hug and tell him not to worry.
What'd I say? Magic problems.
Hey, where did everyone go?
I was really hoping that you would know that, kid.
No.
They're having their nice hug. I'm definitely like hopping in a circle around them with my bow out the whole time this is happening. Just like so worried.
Quicksilver. Lyriel's warmth courses through you like a physical force, and with it a knowledge that something is missing. While in this moment you feel complete, you realize you also don't feel whole. Your thoughts swing wide as what feels like a lucid daydream overwhelms your senses. Wood smoke fills your nostrils. Beside you, Algernon, Vishakapar, and a winded and red-faced Sir George race towards a distant glimmer of light, a hint of sunrise through a ring of fire. You falter for a moment, confused. A pause just long enough to fall behind the others. You are the last to cross this blazing threshold. For a fateful moment, one of these white entities extends beyond their frame, beyond all known physics. By your namesake or by chance, you dodge their reaping sickle-like hands. Or so you thought. Tiny, almost imperceptible from the wounds won in the Nether Realm. A small cut. A cut that sunders ever so slightly both flesh and soul. Quicksilver, you are marked.
Our Storied Insight is a blended audio drama and actual play podcast using D&D 5th edition. Our table is a brave space where players have a chance to rewrite the very stories they tell to themselves. You can tell us your stories via our socials, Our Storied Cast on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, Our Storied Insight on YouTube and TikTok. You can also support new chapter episodes on Patreon at patreon.com/Our Storied Insight. Also, please consider rating the show, writing a review, and sharing with friends. In this chapter, our players are Tricia McGarrah as Algernon Bouquet, Milo as Lagobean, Rachael as Quicksilver, Aram Varitan as Vishakapar Zakarian, and Allonté Barakat as this story's keeper. Additional voice talents include Alina as Mishabou. Our Storied Insight was edited by Izzy Braunberger. A special thanks goes out to the music of the many amazing and talented artists compensated by artlist.io. Find their names in the episode's description. My personal thanks goes out to the Two Spirit Dry Lab, which is the lab I work at and has been incredible support for me academically and emotionally, and just an enormous part of my journey, reconnecting with my culture and myself. You can learn more about them and what Two Spirit means at twospiritdrylab.ca.